They can't stop that. Why you think they don't want us going over there? Why do you think the Arabs is over there posing as us and will sit down with you and try to teach you your shit? This is the dumbass stuff they got us doing as Elohim, gods. The most potent beings on the planet are waiting on the animal's demise, called a man. We're waiting on them to die out. The savior is the sun itself. White people are fighting the sun right now through their coronavirus. I hope y'all know that. I explained that last night. Please forgive me for repeating this for the people that heard it last night. But corona means crown of the sun in Spanish. Crown of the sun. Don't they sell Corona beers? What's on the Corona beer? A crown. Whose crown are they trying to steal? The crown of the sun. Who's the sun on the planet? All of us, nappy-headed niggas, that's who. And because we wait on Jesus, we don't know that we are Jesus. All of us, they need your blood to stay alive. Is the life not in your blood? They need your organs to stay alive. Again, is the life not in your blood? Are you not the blood and the body of what they will call Christ? Which to us is Asar or Osiris or Usir. We're the body of Usir, stemming all the way down from the body of Ptah, ancient descendants of Tarites and Watusi. We came into the planet as Riskians. Riskian means provide, Razak, providers. The main provider for every celestial body in the galaxy is the sun. We always knew this. Nobody was confused about it 45,000 years ago. We wasn't even confused about it 6,000 years ago. But that's when the bullshit started. That's when all the beings we taught reading and writing to started to read and write their own fabrications. Spells started getting casted all over the world. People started believing the things that all the scribes were writing in their tales, in their books, in their theories, their stories. We all became masters and lords over our own cultures of people because we were teaching them reading and writing, how to have an idea, how to be self-sustaining. And it backfired on us. Big time. You talking about Frankenstein's monster, done over and over and over. And every time the villagers come to kill the problem. But the scientist that created the problem always wants to save the problem. Natural selection kicks in. When it does, get out the way. Don't do like white people do and try to save extinct animals. The animal's extinct. Natural selection tells the animal through its mental navigation which animal species to procreate with next. That's what happens. So if bald eagles are about to be extinct, don't worry, because the last of them will procreate with another type of bird and you'll have a new type of eagle. That's what happens. So when people say the end of something, doesn't mean that end of existence. That's not what it means. You do not die. You don't. We can keep using the word all you want, but I can tell you right now, die just means to change something from one color to the other. As in dye it white, dye it red, dye it brown, dye it. And then you have a diet when you eat. Don't you have a diet when you eat? Why do they call it this? It's all chemistry. So as the leaves on the tree die, they change color. So do you, okay? Nature doesn't lie. Nature is showing you everlasting life every day. And we believe the white man. We believe Jesus. We believe the Bible. We believe the pastors. And we believe the doctors. But we don't trust nature. That's the bullshit that made you go from a natural, which is a netaru, or a netter, to being an artificial intelligent being, AI. That's what they made you. When you get hungry now, you think about a restaurant, you think about a grocery store, you think about how much money you got, and that is unnatural. That's unnatural. That's part of the spell. Your natural mind says, we ain't got nothing to eat. I know where to get something. You don't go, I'm going to the grocery store. You don't depend on these things anymore. You're growing stuff at the house. I'm not saying you don't have a natural mind. I'm saying you don't use it. We don't use it because grocery stores are there. When somebody kicks in your front door, you call 911 after you handled it or before you handled it, but you call 911. Wow. Do you see what they did? You don't even have the ability to defend yourself. With a gun, you don't. You'll still hesitate to shoot at one of them. You'll still hesitate to shoot at a police officer. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying if one is shooting at you, you're liable to run and not fire back. Your natural instinct doesn't kick in. Running is part of the lower instinct, running. Thinking of a master plan is part of your higher instinct. Not panicking emotionally is part of your higher instinct. Knowing that fear is an energy and not something that rules over you, you'll use it in the moment. If somebody kicks your door down, to handle the situation properly, you will not panic, therefore having to call the police where they come in on the job, exercising policy on you. Then you be mad as fuck you called them, excuse my language, because it's not natural. Now I can say that, somebody could be thinking in the back of their mind, well, what if it was you? And I'd be saying to myself, what if it was me? It just usually isn't, because I don't make decisions that put me in those positions. And yes, we make decisions that put us in those positions. You have more control over your life than you know. Living in a city, everything appears that you don't. Generation Z. Because they don't know no better. Just because you got a grown adult body don't mean you grown. You know how many of us still think on the level of 10-year-olds? And we got college degrees. This is by design, like it's purposely done to make you feel like you getting something great when you pay $30,000 for your master's. You done paid $100 to go back. And you just keep paying money to learn like a fool. We got to wake up out of that shit. Knowledge is free. It's free. And it don't come from books, and it don't come from universities. It doesn't come from professors and teachers. It comes from the ethers, the air that you breathe. You can't think without breathing anyway. Just try it. Hold your breath for 30 minutes. You'll be dead in the first 2 minutes. Out of the body it is. Because that's what you are, the breath. When I was boxing, if I knocked the wind out of a person, he'd take a knee. Involuntary action took place. Why? He didn't want to kneel down to me. But when you take his air from him, he can't even stand. That's how valuable air is. We don't pay attention to it, do we? We just run around all day breathing, acting like, oh, we ain't never got to say thank you to the air. Air's gonna always be here. Brothers, listen, it's ethers in the air. There's one in particular ether called oxygen that your body uses as a fuel to move on. The other ethers it processes throughout the body's systems for other things. And you, as a Nubian, have access to 9 of them. 7 of the ethers you can see, you can come in contact with. The other 2 are outside your visible spectrum, just like the colors of a rainbow. You see 7 colors, but there's 9 there. When you look at a flame of a fire, how many colors do you see? 3. Usually anyway, 3. Blue, yellow, and orange. And then it goes off into a spectrum that you don't see. You can still feel the heat from the fire all the way up to a certain height. Wherever the heat is, a color is also being given off that you cannot see. And I explained yesterday, everybody don't see with the same set of eyes. Your eyes ain't nothing but windows. You really see with the inner eye. So if you don't know how to interpret nothing, it's hard for you to see anything. You could be looking right at me, but because you don't know who I am, what I am, why I'm there, you don't even know that you should be paying attention to me being there. And then 10 years down the line, you formally meet me through another party and they say, I'd like to introduce you to, and I go, I know who this is. And he's going, you do? I ain't never met you. No, you don't remember seeing me. I was there, but I was invisible to you because you weren't aware of me. I didn't exist to you back then because I hadn't been formally presented. But I'm standing there and y'all all know that I'm telling the truth. You've met people that remembered you, and you don't know where you remember them from because you didn't pay attention to them when they first seen you. They were invisible to you, invisible to you. They didn't have to dematerialize. All they had to do was not be the material that you were interested in, and you don't see them, period. If I want to disappear, all I have to do is have prosthetics on, a mask. My mask and my prosthetics have to look realistic enough. If I got on a hoodie and I snatch your shirt and run around the corner, before you can get around the corner, I've already taken the hoodie off, taken my shoes off, put on some sandals, and breezed past you when you turn the corner sweating, and walked as if I wasn't the guy you're looking for. To let somebody tell you they're going to dematerialize in front of your face without actually doing it, I'd be a fool to believe it. I'd have to see that. You're going to have to show me that. See? Otherwise, you'll be causing me deception. You give me fog in my brain. You're starting to confuse me because now I'm going, well, if he can dematerialize, I want to know how I can do it too. How can I do it? And then my black ass at home practicing this shit like a dummy because I don't understand how the mind works. Hypnotism. Magic is influence. It's magnetism on every level. Magic is magnetism on every level. Gravity is magnetism. Influence is magnetism. Don't let nobody fool you about it. And black people are the most magnetic beings on the planet. The sun is the most magnetic being in our galaxy, in this galaxy here, and in any other galaxy. That's how much magnetism you have as a Nubian being. That's how much electromagnetism you have as a Nubian being, because your ferromagnets have to stay charged. Excuse me, what charges your ferromagnets? The big magnet you come from, the sun. So it's very easy for a black person to be influential, to be an influencer. Now everybody's got a platform on social media. You think that's yes, it is? No. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the age of honesty, the age of truth, the age where all the secrets are revealed, the age where everything is being seen happening live on television. All the crime, you can't hide nothing no more. People getting high, everything is just right there in your face. You can't hide nothing. The age of judgment is over. People thinking it ain't. I'm telling you, the age of judgment was all you niggas on social media giving your thumbs up and your likes. People ain't paying attention to the time. The signs of the time are already in your face. We participated in all of it. The mark of the beast is them, the government, marking their cattle that they call beasts. The beast is the consumer, me and you, the ones that live week to week, check to check, and we get paid money. All we do is buy things with the money, and we think that that's the way living's supposed to be. They made you a beast. You're never satisfied. Everybody thinks they're a boss, and a boss is a son of a bitch. So they made all of us children of dogs. We went from God to dog, from Elohim to dog, to Netters to Elohim to dog. Now we running around here doing exactly what dogs do. Sisters, pay attention. The nails are claws. Your high heels are dogs' hind legs. Okay? Your fake fur is not your crown. It's not your actual hair, which gives you rights to the heir, meaning heir to the throne. You cover your crown up for fur. You put makeup on and eyelashes. All it is to glamorize the male who's a dog. You got to understand the magic that's being done in the image that you presented. Now, all of the motherships think that they're supposed to glamorize their men with make-believe. They'll tell you all day they real, but they're putting on makeup. Makeup is something that's made up. It's not real. It's for play. It's make-believe. When you get home, you take that crap off. You're ready to be the real you. And you're going to want a real person to accept that real you. So don't hide yourself. Because hiding yourself from the black man is hiding yourself from the sun itself. You are the sun down here on the planet. Black man, you the sun down here on the planet. Everything that comes out of my mouth is ether that comes from the sun. Everything that comes out of your mouth is ether that comes from the sun. You are speaking for the sun itself. That's why the Yahshua was able to say, when you see me, you see the Father. Our Father who art in heaven. Where is heaven? Out of reach, which is the safest place.